It's Thursday night here, and that's a big night for us. This is, we answer, among other things, we answer our viewer mail on Thursday night. And in addition to that, we have wonderful guests, marvelous stars from every aspect of the entertainment industry here tonight. And before we get to that, adjust my chair here. Okay, let's get to the viewer mail. Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you of something. I think this is the only show in production anywhere in the free world that really cares enough about its audience to answer the viewer mail. And these are actual letters, ladies and gentlemen. As always, if they weren't actual letters, would I be able to do this? Letter number 1. Dear Dave, I want to marry your show's makeup goddess, Candy.
Makeup goddess.
Makeup goddess, yes. Candy. Oh, by the way, tonight's viewer mail is to other staff members, not necessarily to myself exclusively, but to all of us, or some of us, not all of us, right. But want to marry our makeup goddess, Candy. Since I don't have her father's address, I'll ask you for her hand in holy matrimony. What do you say? Hopefully, Jeff Wade, Chicago, Illinois. Or Illinois, as we say in Indiana. Let's see, it says here, I'm not sure I do have the authority to give viewers permission to marry our staff members. Let's take a look at the list of things that I do have the power to do since I'm a talk show host here at NBC. Oh yeah, there they are, the official powers of a talk show host. I can appoint Dance Fever judges. I can transfer PM Magazine hosts to smaller markets. Oh, I can rescind the Crazy Eddie guarantee. I can cleanse puncture wounds. I can arrange tours of Graceland. That's very important. I can execute the guy who plays Charlie Chaplin on the IBM ads. This is nice. I can magnetize living flesh. And the only other power I have is I can address NBC Entertainment President Brandon Tartikoff as Winky.
Let's see you appoint a Dance Fever judge right now.
All right, who would you like? Name somebody.
Greg Evigan.
Greg Evigan is now a Dance Fever judge.
Right.
There you go.
Fabulous.
That's letter number 1, the first building block of our comedy pyramid here tonight.
And it's uphill from here.
It's, yeah, onward and upward.
Onward and upward.
Bigger and better.
That's what I meant.
Now, our next letter, for example, comes to us from, I'm not sure where, but it's addressed to our head writer, Steve O'Donnell. And it says, Dear Stephen O'Donnell, because you're special, we put your name on the enclosed gallery pen. We don't send everyone a personalized sample. It's too costly. We only mail to people like you who take an extra measure of pride in themselves and their company. That's a pretty interesting letter. Let's ask Stephen about that. Now, Stephen, where is Stephen? How did that pen work out, Steve? Are you using that pen at all?
Dave, it writes smooth and easy.
Okay, good, good.
The best pen I ever had.
That's great. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. That's there. Oh, no, wait a minute. No. Okay. That's number 2. We're working our way up the comedy pyramid tonight. Letter number 3. Dear Steve, this is also to our head writer, Steve O'Donnell. This is just driving me nuts. A clip from a past broadcast showed an older man with a nondescript, possibly European accent ranting and raving big time at Dave in the audience. Who is this guy? Sincerely, Cindy Stevens from Arlington, Virginia. Well, Cindy, I think I have a hunch who you're talking about. Believe me, he was a real pain on the show. Hal, do we have some footage from that program with a guy from... Okay, get a look, and I think you'll be able to tell from this.
Das deutsche Volk ist glücklich in dem Bewusstsein, dass die ewige Flucht der Erscheinungen nunmehr endgültig abgelöst wurde von einem ruhenden Tod.
Really, what a talk about it. Letter number 4. Dear Dave, I just finished reading about you enrolling Stone magazine. In the article was a picture of the staff, and boy, oh boy, I fell in love with talent assistant Nina Bieber. Do you think it would be possible for you to set up a date with her for me? I'm available anytime. Thanks ever so much, Larry Lodmel, Duluth, Minnesota. Well, of course, guys available anytime are really a pretty good catch. So, I tell you what, let's do. Let's bring Nina out here, and we'll find out from her. Nina, can you come out here for a second? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Nina Bieber. I know you're terribly busy upstairs. Nina, why don't you tell us about your date with Larry Lodmel? Go ahead, please.
Well, Dave, he picked me up at 5 after 8. He was 5 minutes late, but so was I. And he asked me what type of food I liked. I said, anything's okay as long as you pay. I had a terrific night.
You had a nice evening.
Yeah.
Okay, Nina, that's great. Now let's see how our audience voted on who they would have preferred that you go out with. Okay, here we go. All right, Joaquin Andujar. And the audience polled said 63%. The audience wanted you to go out with him. And McNeil there, 25%. And Larry Lodmell, 12%. Well, okay, there you have it. They'd rather you not go out with Larry again.
Well, okay, I'll go along with the audience.
Okay, thanks for being here.
Dave, as long as I'm here, there's another problem I wanted to ask you about.
Oh, sure.
My father embezzled $50,000 from his corporation.
Right.
I can't say his name, but he works for Xerox. And the problem is, I don't know whether I should turn him in or not.
Huh. Okay, well, let's see how the audience feels about this. Let's take a look at the results of the voting taking place earlier in the studio. And 14% said turn him in. And an overwhelming 86% said keep quiet.
Okay.
There you go.
Thanks.
Good luck to you. Thank you for coming by. Nina Beaver, Paul.
Yeah.
Okay, this brings us to the top of the pyramid, the last one, the biggest laugh of the night. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hose yourselves off and strap yourselves in because it's really time to laugh now. You're going to rupture a rib here, okay? Because this is the final viewer mail letter tonight, and traditionally, the most humorous. Dear Mr. Mulligan, it begins. Oh, this comes to another one of our writers, Gerard Mulligan. Dear Mr. Mulligan, we have been making a concentrated drive to collect as much as we can pertaining to the history and development of the performing arts. We, of course, know of the very active career of Gerard Mulligan as a writer for television. We would like to take this opportunity to invite you to consider placing your papers in our division of rare books and special collections. Sincerely yours, Gene M. Cressley. This comes to us from the University of Wyoming. Wow, Gerard, this is really quite an honor.
Well, I thought so too, Dave, and I went ahead and sent them all my stuff.
Well,
And
that's nice. Yeah.
Shortly thereafter, I flew out there to get a look at what they were doing.
And what were they doing?
Well, I think if you just pay attention, you'll find out.
You know, that paper collection's the best idea you ever had. Don't have to chop wood no more.
Thanks. Why don't we throw some more of Lee Majors on the fire?
Good idea.
Who else have we got? Hey, Ronnie Shell.
Ronnie Shell.
I think you can imagine my bitter disappointment, Dave.
I think the studio audience is sharing that bitter disappointment. Gee, I don't know. Anybody have any ideas? Let's rock. Not a bad thought. We have we got a wonderful show tonight. We comedy-hungry Americans, huh? Okay. Thank you.